hopping right into it as we get back from break with our
already into a combo.
Colmar's wild.
Yeah. Both in pretty much an identical percent. 0.2. I really like that fair up here because it sets at the slow angle, so you can kind of keep it lingering around and just have zone control.
Now this is a strange one because Connor is going his Bayonetta, his classic main.
It's kind of interesting not to see like the Rosalina, because I feel like Rosalina would kind of just body like Pacman. Not as hard as the last game, but like I just feel like she has the tools to kind of shut down his zoning.
Or just the
and her new Nair works in such a way that like you can use it to keep Pacman out.
Or just the Palutena. Like I mean, I saw at least Sinji, resident Pacman from New York and one of the best Pacmans in the world, always puts Palutena as Pacman's worst matchup, along with other characters like Mario. So it's interesting to see the Bayonetta pick. Maybe it's comfort. Maybe he's beaten Colmar
wow, he's
before,
trying to go like mad low to get around it and just kind of knock himself into it. All right, but he's landing on that Nair.
It is a Hydrant after all.
Without a jump, so he kind of had to go back to ledge.
The shield pressure from the Nair and the Galga. He hasn't taken a percent yet, but the Connor classic of jump ABK out of shield is going to give any sort of jump happy player a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he did not get the triple jump, so he wasn't able to confirm it into forward air. That's a rarity from him. I never really see ConCon drop combos.
Yeah, with someone like Bayonetta, you have to master their combo game in order to make the character the most rewarding, especially since characters can just sit at 150 for a long time. So even while you have the full combo strings, you have to master the ability to not only to either string combos into back air or land them raw like that.
All right, so try and get that Bell, because I think Bell forward smash might start killing like very, very soon.
Forward smash is ridiculously strong, so.
Yeah. Almost gets the apple combo, but it's not apple time.
It still has the apple, in which he can catch off of the. Okay, he went for the catch, but he was unable to get it off of the Hydrant. That's usually
he kind of got like position, like scared away position-wise from ConCon, because like he saw ConCon jump really high around his Hydrant. It's like, oh, I was not expecting to go there.
A quick 33%. Connor's been playing really, really well after losing his first stock.
Yeah, wow, barely misses that side B.
Throwing these bells, but the bell is active for as long as it's out. A lot of Pacman's items have really, really good active frames. Just going for the up air there.
Yeah, going for the up air, but he doesn't quite get the DI he wants. He wants DI away, because if the DI away, you can actually do a side B from it. But since like Colmar kind of didn't DI, he just like followed the up air. There's nothing ConCon can do, so he just kind of decided to retain stage control.
Downward ABK, but it gets the first hit of the Witch Twist and nothing more, while in Smash 4 that would have been amazing.
Now
this
it's
game,
like,
not so much.
Oh, what am I doing now?
Yeah, oh no, my multi-hit didn't work. Guess my combo ends.
Yeah.
Classic Smash Ultimate. Now,
all right, gets hit by the bell into the up smash as he was trying to get something started.
So strong, and with the added hitbox that the spring now has, it pretty much makes the ground cut off wherever that spring is. It's a neat little trap that you can go for, but the S smash not getting the sweet spot, so he's alive and
almost
avoid that spring like the plague.
Right.
See, he tried to witch time the projectile, but Galaga makes it kind of tricky because it has 2 hits. But if he's in range, witch time will activate even if he only witch times a projectile.
Yeah.
Bounce. Going for the back air, forward throw,
right.
down throw.
Good use of the down air, the down throw.
Rising back air. Pacman plays really, really well out of shield, since pretty much all of his aerials are useful. And sometimes he just he can execute a fair, 2 fairs in a short hop and even a fair nair, or choose to rise with it if he wants to use his double jump.
Yeah.
Pacman's really great in scramble situations, and then gets a lot of mileage on you avoiding those scramble situations by being able to set up all of his full combos.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
All right,
you're dead.
That's going to be it. ConCon really back in his chairs like, I just got forward smash and died at 70. That's not a good vibe.
Oof. I mean, the Ghost is so strong and it's active for as long as it's out, so you can extend it. You can like extend the Ghost being out on the Hydrant and really destroy someone with both the Hydrant hitting them and the Ghost, and it's just like, ouch.
And usually like 40 damage from a single S smash, and you're just like,
Damn.
you're sitting there like the 10 minutes of hit stun, and you're just like, what did I do to deserve this? How did I get there?
Please, God.
Why are we here? Just to suffer?
So you see the Palutena come out, speaking
Speaking
of
of
suffering. Hey.
Colmar about to be in a world of hurt right now. Pulling out all the stops, playing with Palutena. Great stuff, using the Hydra whip box
That was
to his
super
advantage.
cool.
As kind of like a little, like a tailwind speed boost.
Nice. I get that.
Yeah.
All right. But with 56% on the Palutena immediately, Colmar seems to be, while this matchup may be bad, everyone is versed in the Palutena matchup. You kind of have to be in Tri-State.
Yeah, in Tri-State specifically, but you have to know those top tier matchups because they're top tier for a reason. Because a lot of people play them, and they're good characters. But Colmar right now making this look like a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, given just how much damage and how good of a trap he's setting up.
Yeah.
Perhaps showing Connor a little bit of his inexperience with the character as Hydrant sticks around despite being hit with the explosive flame.
That's rare. From my experience, it always blows it up. But I guess maybe most of those scenarios I've seen, the Pacman has fared it or hit it once. But yeah, I'm definitely surprised that didn't break. Wow, he almost died at 63, dude. Double up. That is quite a vibe.
So good fine. Oh, it's a send. It pops it way up.
So it pops it way up, and it lingers for a while, so it kind of like takes it, yeah, he's just supposed to play him, because he's like, there's 5 minutes on the clock right now, I'm not going to approach, and I have your neutral tool, so it's like, I'm just going to side B.
Yeah, I mean, Connor was he was playing really obvious, he wanted to do something with the Galaga that he had in hand, and he also wanted to keep Pacman away from using his items, which is a good idea in theory, but with the stock down, you're not able to get anything out of it. And he gets up smash for the bell.
Another bell up smash. He really needs to watch out for jumping
Another one.
bells as he gets hit by a third bell into an up smash. Looking really dicey for ConCon. We were talking about suffering, but right now ConCon is not on the right side of the bed.
This happens every McClassic. Colmar just kind of like comes in and says, I play Pacman, and everyone else says no, and everyone loses, and he often finds himself in losers finals or grand finals.
Depending on who goes that day.
Yeah.
I wonder if Colmar is going to get the run back by with Leon. Leon's sitting in winner's side of the grand.
Leon was the one that beat Colmar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Colmar was doing really well, and then he just gave up stage control when he was like about to kill him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Colmar using his frame-free nair out of shield, but Palutena is being so safe on shield.
Having a
Rush, I'll take the other one though.
having a back air with trample is quite the mood. Practically 9 invincible with dash tag.
You're just kind of dash dancing in his face, holding the bell. It's often really good to hold the bell specifically, because you can just use it just like Pacman does and set up for your favorite smash attack. For Palutena,
I tried to reflect the bell.
I guess it despawned.
Yeah. It's just like dot dipped right there.
Okay, so maybe since the bell was coming down and he reflected it, the bell then decided, I'm out, and went up, and then despawned.
that could be a thing too.
Pacman's gimmicks, I learn something new every time.
Pacman's one of those characters, bad, but like, he just has so many options that he's good.
He's not even bad. Like, I would honestly put this character in like the top, definitely top 20, even arguably top 15. Like, his damage output is kind of absurd. He can mix up his timings for a lot of
he can mash on shield, which is like very important. Like, if you can like press buttons on shield, you're instantly like at least top 25.
Yeah. And he's definitely one of the best pure zoners in the game, or at least right now.
Yeah.
Unless people learn how to play him, which I feel like might happen for those awkward characters like Game & Watch and like Pacman, where people will eventually just figure it out. But Pacman has so many gimmicks, there's a lot to figure out.
Speaking of gimmicks, getting hit by another bell confirmed.
I mean, item out of shield is generally one of the best out of shield options. I mean, we see it with Peach and Turnip. Like, it's like her best out of shield option is I'm gonna throw a vegetable at you. For Pacman, that's I'm gonna throw a bell at you, and then that'll lead into an F smash. Like I have a kill confirmed out of shield.
It's crazy how he died in the exact same spot at the exact same move Like, actually, from game 1 to game 2 was
Wow.
the same spot.
Whoa, that's
I
crazy.
didn't even realize it was the same spot. I knew it
Yeah.
was close, but like, dang. All right, there we go. There's a Rosalina I've been trying to hype up. This is like one of the probably the second best Rosalina in Tri-State because the Buzz exists. But without the Buzz,
True.
best Rosalina in Tri-State free.
And
All right, yeah, wow, yeah. Now he's just like, go gadget, no more neutral.
he can,
Coming out.
while gravitational pull is a whole lot more punishable, it just kind of gets rid of, it not only gets rid of Pacman's like walls and his traps and his items, but it doesn't, but it also just kind of takes them away. So
Yeah.
you're not looking for Pacman to get a little bit careless with his item and then like pick it up. You just say, hey, no, that's mine now. Give it here. No more toys.
Yeah. I feel like ConCon kind of focusing too much on the gravitational pull, and like Colmar is starting to play around that, and like we're seeing now he's taking a lot of damage for physical moves. All right.
That was super
okay.
awkward, but super nice.
I know that happens when you hit weak forward air, but it's still like whenever I see it happen, it's like, alright, that was weird. Alright, now he's finally got Colmar on the ropes.
I want to see a lot more like just use of Luma as a puppet as opposed to focusing on Pacman's item game, because while that is important, Luma is the biggest thing that Rosalina needs to know how to use, and you roll back right into that bell.
Yeah, it's active for like probably 50 frames or something.
Only 30% on Colmar, and the fair separating Rosalina and her Luma. That little baby takes a dive, and
Alright, just a forward throw. Trying to scout out the double jump, but Colmar playing very passively. Just waits there at ledge.
the best thing to do against Pacman is to take the first stock, because it can be really hard for Pacman to really get that.
Yeah,
while he can approach pretty safe, his main problem is taking stocks. With
a deficit.
Yeah, with a deficit, because you no longer have to fear Bell since you don't have to approach.
Yeah.
These nairs are coming through on Rosalina's like giant body.
Yeah, she's getting really kicked away. Like, I love tall girls, but tall characters aren't good in this game.
not as good
in
as
terms of hitbox wise.
poor Mewtwo.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
get hit by the.
He couldn't stand up and shield because of the spring, so that Hydrant was guaranteed to hit him.
All right, finally sealing out that first stock. I had read like 100%, so that was kind of early. I thought he was gonna hit him a little bit more, but he's at pretty much kill percent. Falls slightly down here. My man's getting really lucky right now. All right, so he has Bell. He can start since he also has Luma up. He can actually use his own side B. Alright, doesn't get the best damage off of it, but he gets a hit. Yeah. And Colmar is in the corner right now.
I figured he would have gone like Bell into Nair, since you can do a decent amount of, you can get like Nair up air and then try and get like another up air.
It's ghetto Ike Nair.
Yeah, it really is. Throw the apple down and it pops him up, and it
wow,
pops him up for an up air.
That sent him really high, probably because of all the rage that Luma has.
And I mean, it's not Smash 4.
We're like,
but,
yeah, we're gonna be dying at 50, like.
But Luma with rage is still scary.
Yeah.
170 now.
Right.
You're getting
he needs to take the stock, or like, he needs to get out of the corner first. All right, finally finds his way out of the corner.
With a
unsafe there on shield, kind of ruining the opportunity he was given.
Up
At
throw.
least on life. Tries to pick it up, but it's that. I think it might have been recatch. So,
yeah,
it was out of uses. Yeah.
Gets a little bit of charge before rolling away. We see a very low back air.
One of the things a lot better than the first deficit that ConCon was.
Yeah, Connor's definitely really good at landing back airs really low, because when he plays Peach, all he does is float cancel back air, which is a good thing to know how to do. We're gonna be standing on a little bit of star bits.
Yeah, he's trying to get that Bell. He really wants it. Oh, he goes for the S-Smash first. Unsafe on shield.
Colmar is one of the definitely one of the most spatially aware players that I've really seen play a lot. So he knows the Bell's coming, and he's not afraid of his shield breaking, given the Bell doing so little shield damage. But this isn't really out of the woods quite yet. He's shown he was able to live for a long time.
Yeah, he's like pretty close to fair key percent, so he really needs to watch the percent. Oh wow, takes Pacman's key, one of his best projectiles, just because it just kills, goes super fast, and I prioritize a lot of projectiles. And it's one move that actually does good shield damage, because like Hydrant does nothing, and then like his other fruits do like pitiful damage on shield.
Yeah,
trying to do almost like a mini wobble.
That's where gravitational pull is unsafe. You can't just run up and do it in order to get rid of items. Like Pacman has his aerials that he can use and has his normals. Apple
he's trying
comes
to,
up
he's
and
trying to use
right
apple
now.
time, dude.
I love apples though. Like apple the item and apples the fruit, I guess.
they're both pretty pog.
Alright, the draw backer coming out. And now Rosalina without her Luma on ledge, and that'll do it.
What a great coverage.
Because if he neutral got up, the Hydrant would push him into the down smash. And if he
If
rolls,
he jump get up, then the hydrant would hit him.
the Hydrant was stationary though, so he could have jumped.
Yeah. Hey, he would have to do an early jump. That was just one option to get out of there. Or actually, would get up attack save him? I wonder if Rosalina's get up attack went far enough to go through hydrant, then he could get up attack through it. But I don't know.
He could have just dropped gravitational pull, perhaps, and then.
But that also leaves him open to a down tilt.
Yeah, that's true. But
then
down tilt won't kill. But maybe he
kill,
runs
but
off, jump attack on down air, which that has crazy amount of base knockback. It's unsure. That was like a lot of Pacman's traps are like really multi-layered, so you kind of have to tinker with it a little bit.